Okay, so we've done the side plates with the milling machine there. So now we're switching machines to my large CNC router, and we're going to make the front and rear plate for the NEMA 34s for the Y axis. Okay, so this time we're going to do a pocket in each of these holes. So I've got a recess for the head of the Allen head bolt that's going to be put down through there, because this side of the plate is going to be actually screwed to the face or the back side of the Y-axis. So this is a 3-flute end mill, and this should take just a few moments. I slowed the feed rate right up to 10% because it's getting pretty close to the jaws. It's going to be within a millimeter. Possibly could be a bit quicker than that. So this time we're going to machine the pocket out in the middle there. A bit of WD-40 on there. Okay, so I don't know whether you can see that. That's what happens if the metal or material on the cutting edge there gets a little bit too hot. It welds itself to the cutter, and well, so what I'm actually doing now, I've got a single flute cutter, and I've never used it on this machine before, so we're going to change to this, and obviously I'm going to use WD-40 as well this time. Okay, finally got there, and everything was right, everything went okay until it didn't go okay. And you know, these things happen. First thing was the material built up on the 3-flute end mill that I was using, because I was just relying on the air really to you know, sort of blow the chips away and keep it cool. It didn't like that at all, so changed to a single flute. Now I will tell you that for cutting aluminium, it's probably the one to use, single flute. But I set it at 12mm in the program, you know, to machine this pocket out, but it left on the very bottom a couple of thou. So I just broke it out and filed it. So there's the result. So the NEMA 34 goes in here. Oh, I got a couple of like 4 8mm holes and a couple of 6mm holes. Reason I didn't do it with the machine is I couldn't lift it up that high. You know, it just won't go up that high because I've got a big high you know, mounting stage, you know, with a machine vise, and that takes up a hell of a lot of room. But you know, we managed to get there, and all I got to do is pop a drill through these and put a thread in these, and I can assemble this and assemble the y-axes. But we'll leave that till the next video. So if you've enjoyed this video, please press like and subscribe, and pass it on to your friends if you think they might be interested. And for those of you who are really enjoying what I'm doing, you may consider becoming a patron to the channel, because it is the patrons behind the channel that keep it going. So until the next video, which is going to be the assembly, I think, of the the y-axes on the new large CNC mill build, which is a Precision Matthews PM30 in America. Of course, it's in Australia it's an Optimum let me see, HM28V. So they're virtually the same machine. Okay, so you know, whatever I'm doing to mine will actually fit a Precision Matthews. I do understand there may be a different length of bed on the Precision Matthews. I think it's just an inch in it. So when ordering your screws for the X, that screw might be a little longer for the Precision Matthews. Just bear that in mind. And as usual with all my builds, at the end of the build, and I've got it all running and I'm happy that nothing else needs to be done, about 2 or 3 weeks after that, the drawings and some of the toolpaths will be available to my patrons. So until the next video, bye for now.